if you've ever felt like your body is fighting against you when it comes to balance in dance class, you're not alone. Today, I'm going to show you a few simple hacks that you can use right in class to instantly improve your balance in your dance class. Hey dancers, I'm Allie Christensen. I have been in the dance world for over 30 years, and I'm the founder of Dancer Strong Programs, where I specialize in cross-training adult dancers so that you can see real change in your technique. Balance, especially for adult dancers, can feel like the finish line just keeps moving. Just when you think you're getting closer and better at balance, it shifts again. But even though balance does change as we age, it does not mean that you can't improve significantly and be confident in your next susu and passe and ballet class. Before I jump into these quick tips, I want to take a minute to say the best way to improve your balance long term is to build strength and stability through your entire body. Think of your body like a Jenga game. One missing block weakens the whole structure. So it's not just about having a strong core or strong ankles, it's about making sure your entire body is working together in one complete system. But in this video, I am going to show you some super simple activations that you can use in class to immediately help your balance. So let's get into it. So first, let's start with what we always have. We always have the floor and your feet are touching the ground. So I'm barefoot for a reason because I want you to realize how important the toe contact is. In fact, I'm gonna face this way. As I press up into a releve, I will tell you most dancers slightly lift their toes off of the floor, which seems weird. I know you're thinking, I don't do that, but I think we actually do. So as I'm going up into my releve, I am spreading my toes and I am pushing them through the floor, not crunching them under. I'm not letting them buckle under so that it's the top of my toes on the floor. It's the whole bottom pad. I want as much contact as we can get, please. We are going up on a very small surface. So as I'm going up, I am spreading those toes and pressing all of them, including my pinky toes, through the floor. I think we shy away from the pinky toes because we know that we don't want to sickle, which is not what I'm asking. But you can have your second toe alignment, that alignment going right through the center of the ankle, and still have all, if not four, depending on your toe shape, into the floor. So as I go up and down, I am working on pressing my toes. And as I'm standing in my balance, fifth, first, whatever it is, I'm really spreading and feeling like my toes are helping me. Don't let the idea of not wanting to grip the toes, which is not correct, shy away and make you lift your toes off of the floor. So spread those babies out, press them through the floor, and if we had wet concrete, I would see five long toes pressing in for a perfect foot shape, or I guess demi-point shape, as I'm up here in my balance. Now next, when you're at the bar, use the bar. Use the bar, it's there for a reason. You can push down on the bar and it actually does make quite a big difference. So let me face this way to you. I don't want a death grip and I don't want you to lean into the bar, but 2 fingers, flat palms, pressing down into the bar will help you set your shoulder girdle and connect the core work that you're hopefully doing to help yourself. It will assist you to feel your ribs drop down. It will connect the shoulders and it will give you a little feeling of pulling up. So when I am facing the bar, I am using it pressing down. And I'm gonna make sure that it's here, not here. There's a difference between using like forearms and hands and then using the shoulder girdle. So that pressure down is gonna help me set my torso. So when I face sideways, I'm using the bar here to help me set this. And then when I have this, I can let go and find my balance. Use what you got. The bar is a gift. You only have it for half of the class, but if you use it intentionally and well, it will become something that you use and then let go. And then it becomes something that you don't even need. You just go because we're using what we got. Now we're using what we got, which is the floor and the bar half of the time, but we can't constantly go down. We have to create some opposition and elongation. And I am sure that you've heard the term pull up. I have a whole video on this if you want to look at how I think about pull up. There's a more detailed breakdown and I really do think it's worth it. So I'll link that video right here. But if I am pushing the bar down and I'm spreading my toes and pushing through the floor, I also like to think about my crown pushing the ceiling away. So I'm not trying to pull up or pull up. I'm actually imagining the ceiling is coming down on me and then my crown is pushing that away. That gives me such a controlled and elongated center. And then with that, I can get long without flaring and breaking the line and disconnecting the strength that you're working so hard for. And then last would be how we drop the shoulders down. I actually don't think about pushing my shoulders down. I think about pulling them down. So pushing is gonna be a lot of these muscles here in the traps, which are only a very small part of it, but they kind of make you go like this. And if you ever feel like there's a lot of tension up here, we might be pushing down instead of using into the scapula, the lat, and into the back, not just here. So I like to think of the back of my armpits pulling down into my jean pockets. So again, instead of pushing down, which does tend to roll them forward, I think of pulling the armpits back and down into my pockets, which then instead of pushing down, pulls them back a little bit more and gives me a really nice feeling of connection through the back, the scapula, and through the core. So putting these all together, I want you to develop something that's really quick to call to mind. And I don't care what you call these cues, as long as you do them and they feel good for you, of course. But I have my own shorthand that I'll use. So the first thing we talked about was spreading the toes and pressing them through the floor. So I'm gonna think of footprint. That to me, that means, oh, I want that full footprint, all the toes through the wet concrete, and I wanna make sure that that stays. So I've got my footprint. Then we had the talk of pushing the bar down into the floor. So I'm just gonna remember push the bar, yeah? So it gives me a little bit of an external feeling of like, oh yeah, I remember what it's like to do this. I can keep that as I go. So push the bar. Then we had push the ceiling, and that could be it. Just think push the ceiling, or I'll think crown, move the crown, push the ceiling. And then I have rolling the scapula back, dropping and using the lats, which I call armpits into my pockets. So when I push those all together, I have my footprint, I have bar pushing, I have crown, and I have armpits. This can be done in any position that you have or need. Doesn't matter, it helps connect the body all in one piece. So the next time you find yourself struggling with balance in ballet class, try adding one or two of these small activations before you go into your next sous-sus or passe. Sometimes the difference between wobbling and feeling unstable isn't a big correction. It's just helping your body or the right muscles wake up and work together. If improving your balance as a dancer is something that you're working on, make sure you explore the other videos here on my channel. I share exercises and training ideas specifically designed to help dancers build strength, stability, and technique that actually carries over into class. And if you're enjoying this dancer-specific training, make sure that you follow Align Fitness by Ali, where I can share more tips, exercises, and cross-training to help dancers feel stronger and more confident in their dancing. Thanks for dancing with me today. I'll see you in the next video.